Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. I had a busy day. I was reorganizing and moving things into my car. I have most things in my car. Um, it's interesting because I have extra things because I was at my godmother's. I haven't been there for a while, and I asked if I could come over to get some of my things, and she said of course. And um I was trying to like sort things, and I left a couple of things there, but I'm bringing most of the things. Some are going into the storage unit. Some things I'm bringing to my parents' house, and I'm going to keep it in my room, and then I'll keep certain things. So my car is extra full. Um, my godmother gave me a lot of food to take with me, and I super appreciate that. She also gave me food money, and I super appreciate that too. It's funny because people are hearing that I'm going, well, not people really, but so my godmother, my god brother stays at my godmother's vacation home, and she said, "Did you see your parents' new house?" And I'm like, I didn't really know what she was talking about. I honestly didn't know what she was talking about because I was thinking I did because they used to live in California and then they moved, and so I was like, I saw it, and she's like, I don't think you saw the new one because now your parents are close to us, like close to their home, and they're, I guess, maybe in the same neighborhood. I'd have to see. But she gave me a package that's my godbrother's, so I'll be giving that to him. And then my dad called me today. They're leaving to go overseas tomorrow, but um he was like, make sure you bring the things that I told your brother to, um for you to bring when on the drive or when you get here, and when you get here. So I also have the vacuum and his toolbox in the car, and so it's kind of a little bit of a specific layout because of my fiber equipment. I'm going to put my wooden spinning wheel in storage because I have my electric spinning wheel that is more portable. And I'm going to keep my loom, and then I have my other fiber supplies that I do use because I have something on my loom, and I am finishing off some of the fiber so I could weave it, and that's going to be so exciting because I'm like, well, I love the project that's on there now, but I also wanted to do the next project, and it's always like having all these ideas. And then I I almost finished weaving all the ends in for the hat because my friend who used to be in the area in the place that I worked at, um she is like further down south because I'm going towards the southern states, or driving through the southern states to go west. And I figured that it would be a good opportunity to do like a drive-by because I hope that's like an okay term for that. But um because she'll be on the way anyway, and she likes the hat, so she can have it. So hopefully I could give this to her. If not, I'll hold on to it and then I will maybe ship it or something. So once I go to my storage unit, the car will be a lot less chaotic. So, I mean, I have it organized in a way, but it's also trying to avoid hitting like some of the equipment that I have, which are a couple of things, and a lot of them are like wood and stuff. Well, my electric spinning wheel, that's um something else. I think it well, yeah. Um and I did want to leave a little sooner too, just to say, and I'm about to start the reading, so because because my brother like came up to me and he's like, I didn't even want you here. Dad asked me to do this for you, and I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, I don't know, because I haven't seen or talked to him for years. So I just was like, okay, well, I have the opportunity to leave sooner. So I was thinking maybe I could, um, the Five of Swords is here. I was thinking maybe because I was talking about sewing classes and maybe taking a medical course for another certification for something. Well, to add to the degree. And then um, I was also thinking about ice skating because I know like it's technically cool now, but I love frigid temperatures and I was enjoying wearing this today. I have said it in maybe my other channel. I like wearing this with my vest and I don't wear a jacket with it and it's nice. I feel like the vest really like cements it or like blocks the air too. So when I place this card down and since I could see it, so it's the Knight of Cups, how to overcome the obstacle. It kind of like flung to like the present. So it does seem like it could be linked to the present, but I didn't turn over all of the cards. Well, I didn't turn over any of the cards except the first one and the one that I just showed you. So I'm sorry. And five is kind of coming up to me because like there's the Five of Swords and that could be like trying something new. Um, some of it doesn't really feel like it's that voluntary either. So, but there is like a commitment to it. So with the um present, it's the Three of Swords. I don't feel like it's the worst thing. There's a lot of major arcana that I've turned that I turned over. I didn't turn over all the cards yet. But with the Three of Swords, I feel like there's more complexity to it, even if it is a minor arcana card, because you typically hear about it as like the heartbreak card, but I keep like thinking like I know that you could it's all one deck and they coexist and they kind of like intertwine in a way with the elements, but um, there seems like there is something that is either unprocessed or you're trying to work your way through. But it does feel like it is, there's some type of hurt that's behind it. And it's not surprising because it's like really direct. When you think about the Five of Swords, it almost feels like it's intentional. Like somebody tries to go out of their way to like bark at you. And you're just like, um, with the energy that it comes from, it feels like kind of uncalled for in a way. Um, because you have the Four of Swords here. So it's the Three and Four of Swords. So this is the overall energy along with the Five of Cups. There's so much minor arcana and they are teetering from like 3 to 4 to 5. So, because like the future is also the Four of Cups. And with this Four of Cups, I'm really getting to like give something a chance or give somebody a chance because maybe there's a part of like maybe what you think that they might do or you might have experienced in the past, or maybe like there's certain things that have happened in the past that make you perceive life in certain ways. This Four of Cups, it just is like, it looks like those divine opportunity type of things because in the traditional Rider Waite Smith imagery, you see like somebody under a tree and their arms are folded as if like they're kind of like discontent with what they're being approached by because there are Four cups and then there are Three cups that are kind of like there, and then there's like this fourth cup that's like the big cup that's like kind of coming out of nowhere, like kind of being presented out of thin air, looking like it's a little more ethereal, like there's something like it's more of a spectacle than the other cups that are there. It almost feels like too to watch what you kind of invest in or what you choose, like it could be like the emotional choice with it too, because sometimes we put our hearts and other part like mind and soul, even our physical self too, with things that honestly like don't really give us the time of day. Like sometimes it just feels like you of course you want it and you're wanting it to the fullest extent. Doesn't always mean that you're not going to get it, but maybe there's another way to get it, or there is like a bigger dream that's there. Like I like to think that if your dream didn't come true, then there's like a bigger thing that's even better than that. That's like more suited, and not to say that like what you wanted isn't good, but maybe you're not um outside of that box. Because I feel like sometimes it's almost like that small town type of energy where you're in a small town, but something is always like pushing you to go out into the world and to experience other things than being in a small town. And you could be like, it could be like the best thing to be in a small town and to live there, but it just seems like there's certain parts of life that um maybe keep pushing you towards something that is something other than a small town type of life. So, and when you think about those things, like it is really nice and cozy, and I think there's like this stability in that and comfort um, from being in that type of energy, from knowing where you're like the place that you've been in and being in that area for life. But I'm also getting that maybe your interests or the things that you do or your personality just it doesn't call to the community that's there because maybe you're like um a type of person and then the people and I keep saying small town because I feel like again I would love the idea of being a small town type of have like that type of lifestyle because I think it's like so quaint and it's like there's something endearing about it. Um, but it's kind of like maybe your personality is a certain way and you could talk to somebody like you could talk to somebody that you work with then it just kind of goes like over their head. It's like they just, it's not like they try to ignore you, but it's like the type of energy where they're just not invested in the conversation. Like they're not invested in you. And it might not be because like they don't like you. It might not be that they don't that they're not interested, but they just don't have a way to communicate in that way. Like they're type of you could just say like vibration is different from your vibration and for some reason it's just not going like and you keep talking to another person from this small town and it does the same thing like there is it's maybe you don't have a common interest there maybe there isn't enough common interest because you could always like talk to somebody and see like oh I actually like this it's pretty cool too. But for like a lot of the personality, a lot of like who you are just isn't meshing into what this is. Like if you're thinking about like um it was funny because like you hear about the people that make you worry about everything because they just think of every type of scenario. Like, what do you do if you get robbed? What do you do in a shark attack? What do you do like when your social security gets stolen? What do you do when someone takes your information? Do you have like international or like international like allies or something? Or do you have this or that? Or um it's just every type of thing under the sun that you could think of how to be prepared for that. And this person will just be like, I just need to prepare for like the worst case scenario or like maybe the best case scenario too. I don't know. But usually it's like being prepared for like anything. Um, went off in a tangent for that one because my mind is trying to go back to the reading, but the past is major arcana, so it is the sun card, which is interesting because your present is the Three of Swords. And again, when you see the sun card in a reading, I say it's like overall it's a solid reading because there's some reason why the sun still appears and there's like a presence that doesn't just get extinguished. Like it's always going to be there in of course in theory, but um since there's so much minor arcana to this major arcana, it really feels like those moments where like these things will pass and then you'll have that way of life will where things feel like it's smoother waters again. As I said, the how to overcome the obstacle is the Knight of Cups, and the obstacle is the Queen of Wands. Because the obstacle is the Queen of Wands, I'm getting that that's more reversed because of, well, where the card is, and I just feel like it's linked to the Five of Swords. Like there was maybe unnecessary type of ending or drama. There's something that just got taken overboard that just makes it um like this whole you need to just chill out type of situation. So it could be the other person, it could be you, it could be like the situation just kind of got out of hand. And how to overcome the uh, obstacle, as I said, with the Knight of Cups. Um, the Knight of Cups is going to be like an interesting energy because it's kind of like the Knight of Cups being the Knight of Cups. Like there's still that energy of I'm going to continue to be a loving person, even if maybe somebody tried to slander me or like take me down a notch. And this, with so many minor arcanas, I feel like, and I don't usually say this in readings, but um, then maybe it was like a specific time where this person or situation it got out of hand when it wasn't supposed to get out of hand. And to not let it get the best of you, to not make you go on like start the villain era, the villain arc who of you or like the other person. Like it doesn't make need to be like going on a dark path because I do feel like with the sun card and it doesn't feel like it's too far off. So the sun feels like there's still that energy that can be kind and that can be used for like to be on better terms because I don't feel like the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands are they're not on the worst terms, but they're definitely not like on good terms at the moment. Um I feel like there was some type of like fluke type of thing. And I feel like it could be like frustration too. The overall energy with the Four of Swords and the Five of Cups is the Magician. These were like technically other cards, but I pulled them too. And then you have the Magician here. So this does feel like um love trying to seep in. So maybe it was coming from a different place than what you were thinking. And again, I don't usually do these type of readings where I'm just like, yeah, that should be that this is one of those things where you guys could like work things through and stuff. And I'm not saying not to work things through, but sometimes you're like, damn, like that was a low blow. Like that should not have happened like that. And that's let's just become the bigger problem. Just I mean, well, I don't know. Um I mean, that's coming from the person that has like literally in my phone, like the list of people and my contacts and having um like an X, like literally saying X with like the red flag emoji on it. But it's not like I put the tombstone emoji. So um if this is maybe it could be somebody from work, it could be family, it could be relationship related. Um, it could be catching somebody at a bad time too, where they just wanted to vent something and you were just like there that day. And it sucks to be there that day for that, but I don't think like the Knight of Cups took it that seriously. Like the Knight of Cups, a lot of times I feel like he or she is in his own world anyway and creates their own utopia of like just whatever they like ice cream and um I was gonna say grass, like I don't know, things that you really like in your world and maybe the laws that you abide by. That kind of feels like what the Knight of Cups is. And it feels like almost relaxed. Like, I don't want to, the energy kind of feels like they're kind of like, what? But they're also like, I don't even want to deal with that type of energy. I just want to be vibing, and that's it. And maybe, I mean, the Queen of Wands could have done something that she maybe was not happy with and made sure everybody knew about it. If it's like a workplace type of thing, maybe or she or he, I'm not reading for genders. It's like taking you to do something that you don't want to do. Say like bowling, because I saw there was like a bowling alley attached to this one mall. And it just made me think like how much I, I suck at bowling. Like it would just be the hottest thing to watch me bowl a 30. And I don't know a lot about bowling, but for you to have like maybe like a solid score, or like a couple of strikes, it would be maybe around a 200, over 200. I would have to see um what the numbers for that would be, but I just feel like there's something that was, it just feels a little out of character, not super out of character where the Queen of Wands would pop off like that, but um honestly, since it's an obstacle, it feels like it was uncalled for and unnecessary. So, I do feel that this is fine though. I know it's like the Four of Cups, like there's another, since it's a cup, like I feel like it's linked to the Knight of Cups. Like the Knight of Cups could be like going on this adventure when they would rather be dreaming something else up or being like with their dream person and living their best utopia fantasy type of thing. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I might make a reading like when I'm in a hotel room, but I don't know. Um, we'll have to see, but I'll definitely put in my naps. And I was thinking maybe I could not sightsee, but honestly, I kind of wanted to go to a yarn store, but again, unnecessary. But if I find my yarn box, that would be like the biggest benefit for me because I wouldn't say I would be set for yarn. Of course, I'd be set for yarn technically, but I um would buy yarn here and there. But for the most part, I think like I would be able to have a lot on hand because I do have a lot on, well, in my storage unit. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.